and then critique them, but you really don't know. This man has paid the ultimate price, except for his life, for what we now have in Nassau County. While we have Kavon Abrams, where is he? Where we have now Carrie Salage in Elmont. We have Robert Triano. We have 3 African American representatives because of this man. But where are they? See, so that's one of the things about our broadcast. We keep it real and we tell the truth. Look, y'all not gonna be able to tell me how cool I was when I'm not here. This man is our Thurgood Marshall. We don't always agree, but this man is our intelligence. This is our philosophers, our thinkers. We cannot just continue to honor athletes and actors and rappers. We have to honor our philosophers and our thinkers. Right. Jack Crawford.
I was trying to thank Andre for trying to boost my ego. But you know, a lot of stuff that Andre is talking about, when I did my study in 1992, most people didn't think it was going to be anything. But that's how far it is. It's very quiet. And when I did do it, and people started reading, then they began to realize it was a conversation. I remember at the board of supervisors, and there was one guy, he took the book, and he said, finally, the truth. And only thing he said was that he was robbed, and that something had to be done about you being robbed. So John Kears and myself, we got in a room, and he said, listen, Jack, you know the Charter Revision Commission is coming about. What I want you to do, we're going to do a forum where we're going to have all people come and to elect their new legislators. And I had to write a platform, and we did that. And the first people that came up and was talking about them, and I remember seeing one guy that was running. And everybody else liked this other guy named Fred Brewington. But when I saw this other guy, he had a swagger. You know? I like people who intimidate and not intimidated. And I looked at him, and I said to Roger Corbin, I'm going to talk to him. So we spoke, and that's him right there, Patrick Williams. Stand up, Patrick. Andre asked me to talk to you. He said, you have a half an hour. You know, to tell the truth, it's just a few words and I'm out of here. But you know, when I was speaking to Pat, we were sitting down there talking, Pat had ideas. It's a shame when you see a room, a guy's in a room, and everything is being said, and only thing they do is he just said he's gonna kill you. And that's a shame. So one day, I'm gonna give you an example. Pat and I was talking, and he said, you know, Jack, it's a shame that we don't have legislation that outline our interest in our money, things like contracts and things like that. I said, well, Pat, why don't you go ask? So Pat got up and went straight into the room, and I can't say what he said because there's kids in here. But he said they did it. And we had that legislation passed, right, Pat?
Yes, sir.
You see, all because we was talking about something. Not. That's the problem. That we're We're acknowledging nothing. We're like mental empty, empty, empty. You know something? The people who saw Patrick get hung, you never know something that you need until you ain't got it. Now we got a bunch of people in the legislature. Because have you heard anything being said about you? Have you? If you have, just tell me one thing that you heard in the last 4 or 5 years that helped you out. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Okay. How many of you agree that you didn't hear nothing? Raise your hand. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the problem. How can you have a budget of $2.5 billion and you ain't got nothing in there? You pay taxes, you don't have nothing. How many of you heard about the Hempstead development? The $2.5 billion. Do you know who brought that? Do you know? And they laughed at me when I told them I was going to do it. Now, guess what? The mayor of the village of Hempstead, after I got you $625 million in contracts and jobs, he'd rather give it away. Now, how many of you heard about that? You ever heard about that? Do you like that? No. Well, I hope you don't do this. Because it's your money. The mayor knows it. All of them know it. And it's your chance. Let me tell you something. How many people know where they can find some nails? Nails? Nails. How many people know where you can find some paint? How many of y'all know that somebody can build a bathroom? Well, guess what? It's going to be like 3,000 units of housing. How many bathrooms is that?
That's a lot.
About
4,200.
You see? Here, all of these things is happening right around you. And I'm telling you, if that man was still in the legislature, you would hear some chatter. We have no chatter. We only have bobbling. You know, I don't want to steal nobody's time, because Andre is right. I'm the type of person that can be disagreeable. Ain't that right? Ain't that right? Ain't that right?
Yes.
Ain't that right? Right? I'm a disagreeable guy. Right? I'm that way because I like to believe I stand for something. You know? And if you don't like me, I still can sleep. Because I believe in what I believe in. And I think you should believe in something too. There's nobody more important than you.
That's right. I know that.
Right?
Right.
Now that I got that acknowledged, I hope that you love each other.